Live right now, Facebook and YouTube. Got a Estonian stew going on here. Some pretty psyched carrots. Got the parsley, you guys. Got potatoes as well. And some green cabbage, right? Got some green cabbage. Got some onion. You know, talking about death by 1,000 cuts too as well. We're going to cover that a little bit. It's important, you know, what we're doing to ourselves. When we don't know we're doing it, maybe it doesn't matter if we feel great, but if we're sick or we're struggling, it matters. Hello. Hey, Wendy, thanks for coming on. Uma, thanks for coming on. You know, that's great. Deanna. Well? Huh? What, I'm killing myself without knowing it? What do you mean? What? Death by 1,000 cuts? What are you talking about? Apple cider vinegar? Come on. Like, that's a big deal? You mean it all adds up? What? This is crazy, really? What else? Nutritional yeast? Yeah, I do that. I did it last week. I only did it once last week. It was on some kale chips. Huh? That's that bad? Well, yeah, I had a glass of wine. So what? One glass of wine on the weekends? What? So you're saying what? It's just they all add up together? Yeah, I ate a chocolate bar yesterday. It was 90% dark chocolate. Yeah, I felt it. I got a rush. I did. So that's ruining my adrenals? What do you mean? Yeah, but what's wrong with a little bit of chocolate? It's not just the chocolate. Yeah, I had a cheeseburger. That was last month, though. I told you it was just a cheeseburger. Yeah, I was with friends, and I had a cheeseburger. It was a double. But it was one cheeseburger, so how can it be death by 1,000 cuts? What do you mean I'm killing myself? It's adding up. So you're saying nutritional yeast and the apple cider vinegar, and then the burger, and then the chocolate, and then you forgot the wine. Yep, the wine. What? There's even more? I'm going to hang up on you. I'm getting so stressed out. This is terrible. You guys, we're live right now. Glad you guys are coming on. Nirashini, good to see you. You guys are amazing. I'm glad. Yeah, death by 1,000 cheeseburgers. Look, you guys, I'm going to be making a stew right here. I'm talking about stuff. And here's the thing. I'm in the new edition, right? Revised and expanded, the new edition. Okay? And I'm in here, and I'm looking. And I'm talking about Troublemaker Foods list, right? So here it is. You got the eggs, okay? They're trouble. I talk about why, okay? So you guys know I talk about why these eggs are trouble. Okay, you got the eggs. You got the dairy products, milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, cream, kefir. You got the gluten. You do gluten once in a while. You do gluten once in a while. Do ACV once in a while. You do ACV. Why ACV? Cassie, it's the teeth destroyer. Teeth destroyer. I think I hear the phone ringing. It's the teeth destroyer. That's what it is. And it's important to know how you're being duped. Like ridiculously duped over. And that's important to know. I mean, especially when it comes to people not understanding how it works. The apple cider vinegar can really, really damage teeth. And people don't realize this. They just don't realize it, you know? Hello? Yeah. I'm doing apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons every single morning. Yep. I got it on. Well, no. I'm raw. Yeah, apple cider vinegar, the raw stuff. The really good stuff. That's right. You know, the stuff everybody talks about. What do you mean? It dissolves my teeth? I use a straw. I do 2 tablespoons, and I put the straw down my throat a little bit, and I suck it up past my teeth. So you don't got me there. You're not going to get me there. I can do my apples. What? It draws calcium out of my teeth, out of my bones because of the acetic acid? So when my teeth start falling apart, I know why? Huh, my teeth are actually already falling apart. Yeah, I was at the dentist. Yeah, they're doing all kinds of work now. Yeah. You know what the dentist told me? To not do any lemon water, but to make sure I do lots of apple cider vinegar. All right, I'm going to start the stew now. Yeah, people are getting fooled on that one. It's sad. It's a sad, sad day. I'm going to start the stew here. My doctor told me to drink ACV for my acid reflux, and it only made it 100 times worse and wrecked my teeth. Austin, it's a teeth destroyer. First of all, I feel bad for you on that. It's that's just, oh my God. I need these eggs off of here. Chop up some carrots here. This is the Estonian stew. Doing some carrot chopping real quick, you guys. I got to get the stew going. That's what I got to do. Yeah. That's what's really sad. I'm serious. Reading comments as I'm going along. You guys, I got to get this stew going. Just bear with me, okay? Please, bear with me, all right? Let's get the carrots in here. Do you guys see what's going on? Do you get a good enough picture over here? I'm getting some carrots in here. Okay. I got the healing broth in here. I made it earlier, but today went crazy, and I was like, whoa, I don't know if I could do it all in one shot, but let's see what we can do. You should hear the apple cider vinegar podcast at Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcast. You guys listen. I try not to ask for much because you guys, got your own everyday stuff going on. You guys are busy. You guys got life. Many of you don't feel good. You're working on your healing process. But can you share the Medical Medium Podcast at Apple Podcasts so people can actually do some great healing? The episodes are just incredible. This is the Estonian stew, just so you know. Don't cut my fingers. I'm going to try not to, Kobe. I'm going to try not to cut my fingers. Ooh, just cut my finger. No, I didn't. I'm going to try not to, right? All right. Catherine, you're planning on cooking the Estonian stew. Good to know. Good to know. I love that. Let's get some potato chopped up real quick in this stew. Okay? Let's get that going. We're going to be quicker on this. Let's get the potatoes in here. So I want to talk about death by 1,000 cuts for a couple of minutes. It's serious. It's not really a joke. Laura, are you going to come out with any more meditation podcasts? I most certainly will. Absolutely. I have it planned. And yeah, I got it planned. Let's get some potato in here. Diana, hi Anthony, I have 3 of your books. You are helping me so much survive Epstein Barr after 40 years of damage. I want you to survive. I want you to thrive. I want you to get your life back. That's what I want. I love how people in health are pretending they care about people who are chronically sick. That's the new thing now. They're like, why is the medical medium so successful? Doesn't make any sense. He's got to be doing something. Oh, he cares about people. He cares. That's what it is. And so now you just see it now. You see it now. People are actually acting like they care in the health movement. They never cared. All the gurus in the health field never gave a crap. I can't tell you how many. I've talked to all of them throughout the years. And I'd be trying to tell them what people go through and be like, you don't know what it's like in their shoes. And they'd be like, what? I'd be like, you don't know what it's like in their shoes. I'd be like, you don't get it. You don't know what it's like to be in their shoes. And they'd be like, huh? Little phone thing that's not really happening because I got to get you guys moving on this. Let's cut some onion. I want the stew to cook while we're talking. It was like this. I was thinking, do I just prep it all and just throw it in the pot? No, let's cut it. Let's cut it during it. I got to talk to you guys about something. Austin said my wife is seeing me healing and is only getting sicker, and she asked me yesterday to make her celery juice. Austin, that's incredible. That is incredible. I don't like the fact that she's getting sicker. But if she starts to do the work, right? You get her started on stuff and some celery juice. That's incredible. That's amazing. Get some onion in here. All right, there we go. Austin, you're on there again. Everybody hated on me for doing MM. And that was only until they see me healing. Now they are asking to do it too. Phone's ringing. What the heck's going on? Austin? Hey, Austin. I just want to tell you something. I'm really, really proud of you, man. You don't even know. You don't even know. I mean, I know it's not easy with everybody giving you shit. I know, brother. And you've been through a lot. Yeah. I get it. I do. I know people don't get it out there. I know. But you're doing the work, man. And I'm blown away. I'm actually blown away. Yeah, I love you too. All right, we got some stew cooking. I think we're getting there. I'm going to put the cabbage in a little later, like the recipe calls. Okay? All right? I'm going to put the dill and the parsley a little bit later. Okay? Lorraine, can Celery Force replace celery juice? When needed, it can't replace it. Celery Force is, I use it every day, okay? It wakes up my mind, and that's kind of scary because my friends and family tell me my mind's already awake in the sense where I'm going, and, like all day, and I don't stop, and I'm on the phone and everything, and that's without Celery Force. But I take Celery Force myself personally when I get 3 hours of sleep at night, not because I can't sleep, but because I push myself to the limit, to a dangerous limit. And with all the information I got to put out, with the books I'm trying to write, everything, right? And so what I'll do is I'll Spirit, is it okay? Is it okay if I take some Celery Force right now? And Spirit of Compassion, SOC's like, go ahead, take it. I know you're only on 3 hours, 2.5 hours of sleep, but take it. You can push yourself a little harder if that's what you want to do, but take the Celery Force. Next thing you know, 2.5 hours of sleep in me, and I'm actually going like as if I didn't even feel like the sleep even hit me. And that's how I use it. I don't know. A lot of people use it because it gives them this focus and concentration, and it clears their mind. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys, let me just show you. If you don't know, you might not even know what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about the Celery Force. There's no celery in it. That's what's so amazing. And just in general, it's so cool. There's no celery in it. That's the Celery Force right there. That's the Vimergy. V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY, Vimergy.com. And I'm not sponsored. I love the people that own the company are just unbelievable people. I've known them for years, amazing people. And I try to get relationships with all these supplement company owners to see if I can, at all just know what they're doing so I can trust in what I could recommend people, because health is everything. Can I have cultured vegetables? Yeah, you can. Just look out for, here's the thing. A cultured vegetable, Fermented Foods, if it's a vinegar-based one, I wouldn't have it. Vinegar is bad. It just is. Okay? Now, if you're eating a fermented food because you're looking for the microorganisms, those microorganisms are not the microorganisms that give us life. Those are the ones that end up on things that died, right? Because a fermented vegetable means it died, right? It's not like you picked parsley out of... This book right here, the new edition, okay, Revised and Expanded, the new edition, talks about Elevatedbiotics. When you grow your own parsley, you guys, this is critical information. This is a goodie. When you grow your own parsley, okay, even if it's just one little tiny sprig that you grew yourself on your windowsill, okay, just remember this. Lorraine L's here tonight. Amazing. Just remember this, okay? When you grow that parsley, microorganisms end up on the parsley. They're called Elevatedbiotics. They end up on the parsley. It's like a miracle. They appear on the parsley. You stick it outside on your porch, microorganisms, the kind that sit inside your ileum. You should read about it in Medical Medium New Edition, what you can learn. Instead, everybody's chasing fermented foods. After the death microorganisms, they appear on things that die. when something dies, right? When a body dies, all that stuff starts happening. When an animal dies, all this stuff starts happening. It's all microorganisms that don't do anything for us except for devour things that have died. And that's the mess up with fermented foods. And I talk about why fermented foods is so old in culture, right? It's ancient. It was to survive crops. So because at the end of the year, you died if you didn't have any food throughout the winter. So you had to throw everything you had in the garden in a giant vat in hopes to God that it preserves through a process of the microorganisms just eating away at it, right? Just keeping that slop, that stinky slop alive, that fermented slop alive, right? And then you think the microorganisms are giving you all this stuff, but that's not how it works. It's just a preserve technique for villages 2,000 years ago that knew there'd be no food for the winter. I talk all about it in here. Susanna asked for a half vial of blood being drawn. Tech asked if I was following MM. That's insane. Yes, she was the first follower I found locally. We were both so excited to find each other through MM. Susanna, can you tell the tech I said hi? Hello? Yeah. Susanna said I can call you. I just want to tell you personally, thank you for actually following MM stuff, info, life-saving info. Thank you for actually being on board with the half vials. Thank you for helping Susanna. Thank you. I love you for it. Alexandra, why would someone without a thyroid have Hashimoto's antibodies? Exactly. Why would they? The reason why they would is because Hashimoto's thyroiditis is nothing like anybody knows. Hashimoto's thyroiditis is a mystery to medical research and science. They don't know what it is, okay? But it's Epstein-Barr virus. Thyroid or no thyroid, you're still going to have the Epstein-Barr virus. See, the Epstein-Barr virus caused the thyroid to begin with. We end up having our thyroids removed because of Epstein-Barr. That's how it works. Epstein-Barr gets into the thyroid, causes thyroid problems, thyroid diseases, thyroid conditions. We end up losing thyroids. Many times we don't have a thyroid anymore afterwards. And then we end up still keeping the Epstein-Barr. It's in our system, and that's why it's critical to work on healing it. Take this to your doctor if you want the medical medium revised and expanded. If you guys don't have this book, you should get it. Get it free at the library if you don't want to buy it. It's Susanna, half vial blood. Amazing. You know, that's a whole big, gigantic vial, but not that big. I've seen them do tubes this big, just one tube like that. I've seen them do 12 tubes this big. But they'll take 70 milliliters. They'll take 5 vials, 6 vials, 7 vials, boom, 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 boom. Raw Reiki, I tried celery juice years ago, but it gave me all my bad food intolerance symptoms. Huh? I tried celery juice years ago, but it gave me all my bad food intolerance symptoms. Now I'm trying it again along with some apple and pineapple. I hope it will help. Hello? Yeah? Yeah, I'm putting pineapple and apple in my celery juice. Yeah? I thought it'd be a great idea. Even though, what? Even though AW in his book says just don't mix it with anything? But it might help. It's going to make the celery juice not work? Really? So the celery juice won't work. Okay. All right. Well, what do I do? All right, I got to hang up. So what I would do is, be your own detective. What else was happening in your life? What else was going on? What else were you eating? Did you pick up some type of bug? Everybody's picking bugs up left and right. Streptococcus here, extra staph here, extra E. coli here. What was happening in your life? Very important to know. And who said it was giving you intolerances? That's interesting, all in its own, okay? Like, who said it was giving anybody intolerances in general, right? When it's amazing, the all the food intolerance, tolerance tests all the food sensitivity tests, all of that are never accurate. They've never been accurate. They're still not going to be accurate, right? So what was happening in your life? What other foods were you doing? Were you under some kind of enormous stress? What happened before it? Were you doing nutritional yeast? Were you doing ACV? Were you doing all these different things? What were you doing? And all these things have to be accounted for. All these things. Michelle L. Michelle, I just want to thank you for all the work you're doing, like helping others. Yeah. Michelle, I mean, I know you're dealing with trolls and stuff. I saw that. I know. Did you see how whacked out that troll was? See all the crap they were causing? Yeah. They were saying terrible things. Yeah, they don't know what it's like to be sick. They don't know anything. No, I know. Just try not to listen to them. Keep up all the good work helping people. Because you care. You care like nobody I've seen out there care. I mean, you actually care about everybody. Yeah, you care about their symptoms and everything. Just know you're awesome. Phone calls just keep on coming through. It's actually all right. Lorraine said, Michelle. So food intolerances, it's important to know how it works, okay? It's okay. So your food intolerance specialist doesn't know why you're sick, okay? Doesn't know why people have lupus, Lyme disease, MS, tingles and numbness, aches and pains, vertigo, dizziness, tinnitus, burning skin, jaw pain, neck pain, back pain, all mysterious, eczema, psoriasis, I probably said that already, vitiligo, rosacea, the list goes on and on and on and on. RA, just keep the list going on to another 100 autoimmune conditions, right? But what they'll do is be like, well, that problem you're having must be that celery juice. We got to keep this in mind too on how it works too. Celery juice also destroys pathogens. If you're high on the bar of pathogens, celery juice is knocking those pathogens back. You want to know more about celery juice and stuff? You guys check out the revised new edition. If you guys don't have the book, really. Narashini, we love you too, Michelle. See, Cindy Lou's here tonight. Cindy Lou's, from what I can tell in comments when I read them, she's working on some foods too. She's tight with her foods. Where's Meditate for Love? That's what I'm wondering too. I don't see Meditate for Love. So I got some stew going on. Wonder what utensil I should use for it. Emma, mono eating cleanse now. ... 3 weeks. ... Finally feel I'm healing. Amazing, Emma. Amazing. Blown away. Hey, Courtney made it here. Linda Miner. Hello, AW. Love the book. Hey, that makes me happy because you love the book. It I put all this, everything I got with Spirit of Compassion in me into the books, and we want you to heal. So you have the book and love it too, Natasha? Amazing. So I'm going to cut up a cabbage in a minute, you guys. I'm going to chop up some parsley. Yeah, I'm going to chop up some parsley soon, I think. Let me just take a look at the stew. The stew is cooking down. Oh yeah, the stew's cooking down. Yep, this is the stew. It's cooking. If you guys just got here, I got a stew going. Watch it from the beginning if you can. All right. Nicole says, you have to be exhausted dealing with all the misinformation that people are believing and having to constantly clear up the misinformation, and on top of it, dealing with trolls. Okay, very interesting. You know, when you take a look at Medical Medium Book 1, right? That word misinformation is in here, okay? All my articles, all my blog posts, everything had the word misinformation because for years, all my lectures were misinformation, right? All my lectures. The nightshade fear, misinformation. The lectin thing, misinformation. Like everything's misinformation, right? I used it. I used it with the conventional system, really, like chicken pox is shingles, says the medical system. Wrong. Hello? Yeah. Head of the medical system? Yeah, that's us. Yeah, we believe chickenpox is the shingles. That's what we tell everybody. Yeah. It's not? What do you mean it's not? They're two different viruses? Huh. I didn't know that. Shingles and chickenpox are not the same. They're two different viruses. If the medical system can make a mistake that easy and brainwash generations of people so that your grandparents go, shingles? That's the chickenpox, right? Yeah. Eleanor, that's the chickenpox. You know, and what happens is for that, this is misinformation. It's everywhere, right? Now, here's what's happening. There's this new health movement coming up. They're spawned out of misinformation never before. And now they're throwing back my word when no one used that word. I obviously don't own that word, misinformation, but it's the one I used in the health scene. No one used the word. I used it for years in health, misinformation, right? And now they're like, medical medium, stop with your misinformation. I'm like, dude, what? And that's what's happening. It's actually deranged. It can tire you out, but what are you going to do? There's a lot of just, you know, it's great. Denise says, love your books also. How long does it take to heal on your protocols? Some people heal like this. Everybody's different. I'll tell you why. Everybody's different because you may have something else happening. You may have a streptococcus, a different variety. You may have an Epstein-Barr, a different variety. You may have a shingles and Epstein-Barr and some mercury. You may have copper, no mercury, and some aluminum, meaning low in the mercury. You may be high in aluminum, high in copper, low in mercury, right? And then have a little bit of lead, okay? Someone might have a bug that's a little bit more annoying, a little bit more aggressive, one of the 60 varieties of Epstein-Barr. Someone might have 3 varieties of Epstein-Barr. Someone might have a simplex, a cytomegalovirus, 3 varieties of Epstein-Barr, 2 shingles varieties, 3 streptococcus, and a whole bunch of mercury and just mercury, right? Low on some other stuff. And someone might have emotional hardships. Someone else might have financial hardships. Someone else might have different pathogens, different toxins. Somebody might have more pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. Somebody might be living in a place with air fresheners and scented candles. Somebody might be working in a gas station and they breathe in gas and get it on their hands every day. It's an endless combination, right? Someone might be eating lots of eggs every single day and someone might not be eating many at all. It matters. Someone might be doing a lot of caffeine throughout their life and someone else might not be doing any caffeine throughout their life, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? This is what matters. So why does all this matter? It all matters because the medical medium books are geared with 1,000 protocols to take somebody to the end. For one, you can get rid of your eggs, your dairy products, your gluten, right? You can go to another level. Get rid of your pork, your tuna, and your corn. You can go to another level. Get rid of soy, lamb, seafood, canola oil, palm oil, corn oil, safflower oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil, right? You can go to another level. Get rid of your ACV, your fermented foods, your caffeine, your chocolate. You can go to another level. Get rid of all grains except for some millet and some oats. Get rid of all oils, right? Because you can customize your protocol. Then you can do the 28-day cleanse, right? You can do the 369 Advanced. You can do the 369 Original. You can do a mono-eating cleanse for digestive problems. You can then work with supplementation, right? Open the book. Okay, you're in here now. I just landed on PCOS, right? So now I'm in PCOS. Here we are. You know, reproductive cysts or not the cysts and the high androgen, right? So here we are. We're on PCOS and I'm looking here and I'm seeing, well, you got the 32 ounces of celery juice, which is critical. And you'll see the right supplementation. You'll see cat's claw. That's what you'll see. Very interesting. You'll see some curcumin, which I don't have right here in front of me. You'll see some glutathione. You'll see lemon balm, right? All this is Vimergy, what I use. That's just what I use. Someone said to me the other day, oh, you like to show the Vimergy products. Oh, what do you want me to do? It's what I use. Do you want me to get a junky supplement somewhere and show that every day and hide what I use. I mean, does that make any sense? And I'm not sponsored, I'm just saying. Anyway, there's no preservatives, no alcohol in these. The quality is incredible, and that's the whole point. And no natural flavors. But anyway, so this is the Vimergy. So that's the Vimergy Lemon Balm. It's in here. So for PCOS, you got the lemon balm, right? You got the L-lysine for PCOS. There it is. It shows dosages. You got the Micro C, right? Well, it's vitamin C, but I like the Micro C, right? You got the Micro C. So I got that. I'm just saying, you go through here, there's you can start with one thing in this supplements list. You can start with just celery. But that's the whole point. You can go as far as you need to go. But if you're going to use supplements that aren't good or high quality, then that's going to slow you down too. You see the differences? Somebody can be like, I tried that. Meanwhile, you look. It's like they tried that. Hello? Yeah, I'm a fly. Uh-huh. I'm annoying. Yeah. Yeah. I buzz around. What does it sound like? Is that annoying? Yeah, I know. What do I do? Yeah, I sit on the wall. Yeah. Did you see the supplements she was using? Did you see those? Uh-huh, they had alcohol in them. I know. I'm a fly. Yeah. I'm on the wall. Uh-huh. I'm annoying. Did you see the supplement that had acacia gum in it? Mm-hmm. And natural flavors? Uh-huh. I saw that because I'm a fly. I'm on the wall. Uh-huh. I got close to the stove and almost got burnt. Yeah. Yeah, my wings got singed. Uh-huh. That's right. I was trying to get a better look at everything. I saw all these bad supplements in the cupboard. Yeah. But here's what's funny, right? The person's not healing. Uh-huh. And then I heard the person on the phone telling their friend that they were going to say on social media how medical medium doesn't work. Uh-huh. But meanwhile, they had all this stuff in the cupboard, including apple cider vinegar. And then I saw them down a whole bunch of nutritional yeast. They put it on their salad. And there were a couple of hard-boiled eggs on their salad, too. I know. And then, yeah, and they're going to say that medical medium doesn't work because they're just doing celery. Uh-huh. And they're doing like a couple of things. Yeah, I know. I'm a fly. Okay. And then what about the high fat, too? It's another thing, you know? Be open-hearted. Glad you're here tonight. Anyway, I gotta put some cabbage in here, you guys. I got some stew going. That stew, man, that stew cooked down quick. Whoa. That stew cooked down real quick. Let me get some cabbage in this stew. That stew just really cooked down quick. The smell of cabbage is something else, isn't it, you guys? The smell of cabbage. That stew's pumping. I'm going to pop some dill in here real quick. Guys, I'm going to pop some parsley in here too. Just bear with me. Now what you want to do is wait till the cabbage softens up a little bit. You guys see that? Sorry about this. Yeah. I ate up a lot of that broth. I had that thing on real high, just letting you guys know. I'm going to put a little parsley in here. Amazing. That stew is good. It's really done. It's just not as liquidy like a bowl of liquid, but there's liquid on the bottom. So it's a thick stew, you know, which actually is what I like. Kimberly Miller says she's coming over to my house for dinner. Amazing. Because I got to share this dish with somebody. So if you're interested in Estonian stew, you might not like it. And then what about other things too? You know, a lot of people are doing a lot of stuff. So it all depends. Like all these factors matter. What about medications? What about benzos? You'll find somebody that they've been on like a lot of benzos, and it's like they want to heal fast, but it takes a little more time. See, but that's the thing. And I talk about all these things. Like in the Cleanse to Heal book, I talk about the medications, you know, I talk about that too. The medications in Cleanse to Heal, right? This stew looks so good. I'm actually going to put it in a bowl. Incredible. Pumped about it. And you know, a lot of people do a lot of radical fat. Lorraine L says, I like thicker stews too. Awesome. Awesome. Lorraine, and that coming from you is a big deal to me. It is. Coming from you is a big deal to me. Yep. I got some stew right here. I'm putting it in a bowl. Estonian stew. I'm going to put some fresh, a little bit of more fresh parsley right on top. I'm going to move this cabbage. Right? You guys, I'm going to put a little fresh parsley right on top over it, which is something I like to do. You don't have to do that though. That's the stew right here. Estonian stew. It's really hearty, really good. Now here's what I recommend. If you're an animal protein person, you don't even need to have animal protein that night. This thing's going to hold you over and then some, you know. Even more than animal protein, really. If you're a plant-based person, you don't have to put a whole bunch of fat in this. This is fat-free. Now, if that's the whole point. We're keeping the radical fats out. So I'm keeping the nut butters, the oils. I'm keeping all that out. I'm keeping the avocado out. I'm keeping nuts and seeds out. I'm keeping, you know, meat and chicken out. I'm keeping dairy products out. Keeping butter out. Just keeping the fat out, right? You don't need to have the fat. This is a healing. So I talk about the pandemic, and I just saw a pandemic. Someone's asking about it. Talk about the plague in here. Talk about the plague in here. Okay, it's got just the really most solid based information you could ever find on the plague. The amount of crap I've heard out there since it started has been just utterly ridiculous. So this is really a spot where you can hear about this, and this is about healing after the plague. This is about healing if you've had the plague, or you know somebody that had it, or you know, and you're beaten down from it, and then you get the reactivated Epstein Barr, and that information comes originally from medical mediums, so you'll hear it talked about out there. You guys, I'm heading over to Deb Mack. I healed tendinitis, vertigo, high blood pressure, acid reflux on an MM protocol. Incredible. I did not use any supplements. I'm committed to doing celery juice daily. That's the thing. Heavy metal detox smoothie and no eggs, gluten, or dairy, and reduced all fats. You see how that's the route you took with the medical medium information? And someone else, they might have to add a few more they might have to add a few supplements. They might have to do a little bit more here or a little bit more here. But the information's in the books to actually make it so you can customize. And what you did, Deb, is you customized your protocol. That's what you did. Incredible. Incredible. You guys, I'm going to IG and I'm going to TikTok. Just know I love you guys. Made the stew. Talked about some good stuff. Clay says that's in the original medical medium book, the Corona. No, I'm talking about the new edition, revised and expanded. So this isn't the original book. This is part of the original book with a whole big book put into it. This is a new book. This is what this is. Okay? Heading to Instagram and TikTok right now. Love you guys. Go in there now. Okay? Are you coming with me? Gonna be on IG and TikTok.